This code defines functions and structures for the NS namespace file system, including an IAPL function, file operations, entry operations, and an evict function. Now, let's take a deeper dive. Includes various headers and the internal header file for the nsfs file system. Declares of smount for the nsfs file system, as well as file operations and an IAPL function. Defines a function for creating a dynamic entry name for the nsfs file system. Defines a function for pruning a entry for the nsfs file system, which sets the stashed field of the corresponding namespace objects ns_common struct to 0. Defines the entry operations for the nsfs file system, including the ns_prune_dentry and ns_name functions. Defines a function for evicting an inode from the nsfs file system, which clears the inode and calls the put function on the corresponding namespace objects ns_common struct. Hope you enjoyed this walkthrough. Please subscribe to our channel. Now, a quick recap of what we covered. This is a C code file implementing functionality for the namespace file system, NSFS, in the Linux kernel. The NSFS is a virtual file system that provides a way to access and manipulate the various namespaces available in the Linux kernel. Namespaces are a fundamental kernel feature that allows processes to have isolated views of system resources. The code defines the file operations for the NSFS in the ns_file_operations struct. These include a seek operation, an IAPL operation, and a compat_IAPL operation. The ns_IAPL function is defined to handle IAPL requests sent to the NSFS file. The ns_name function is used to generate a dynamic name for a directory entry in the NSFS. It takes a entry in a buffer and returns a string representation of the namespace associated with the inode of the entry. The ns_prune_dentry function is called when a entry is removed from the namespace. It resets the stashed field of the ns_common structure associated with the inode of the entry. Finally, the nsfs_evict function is called when an inode is evicted from the file system. It clears the inode and calls ns greater than ops greater than put ns to release the namespace associated with the inode.